Hello and welcome to this, the final episode of DWN Productions THC podcast, sponsored by Fast Custom Shirts here one last time at BOYGOB.com. Joe, how are you?
Hey Tom, I guess I'm okay. I don't know. We had some sunny weather, which I think is great. I love sunny weather because I hate all the gloom and doom and shit of winter and the winter times that are associated with. You know, I don't like the cold, so it was nice to sit outside for a couple of days today. I mean, I barbecued both days and still went into the shop and worked on Saturday. Today I didn't, though. I didn't today. And I'm feeling kind of weird about that. Maybe I should have gone in, Tom. Maybe I should have gone in. Somebody probably was going to come by the shop today and spend some money with me, but I wasn't there.
Mm. Then it doesn't help on your door. The hours say, oh, whenever the fuck I get here, just wait for me, tits. I'll be there eventually.
It was funny at one time, Tom, when I could afford to make jokes like that.
Now you can't even afford to pay attention.
No, I can't.
Mm.
Can't. Let's see. How do I?
Well, I'm glad it sounds like it was all right over there, but my sunshine is rain and lightning and thunder, Joe, as they say. Anyways, I had a week, spent a lot of money putting up insulation on the shop, turning it into a fucking giant cooler, apparently, because it's just sheets of fucking styrofoam that's going up against the walls. And then Corey and Johnny came over to help me spend a few, not a few, thousand some odd dollars more to put wood up on the walls. So thanks for that. I appreciate it. I guess this is what a savings accounts for.
But it's looking pretty good, huh?
I guess. I mean, I don't really care what the fuck it's looking like. I just want it to do its job. And is it even going to need to do its job? Maybe I'm going to rent it out to people for fucking something because I'll stop using it. I don't know, Joe. I don't know. I fucking had to finish a mask off this morning, a sculpture, because I got a custom mask thing I got to sculpt. So hey, thanks for that. Appreciate you. But yeah, it's another. It's like, guess I just got to slap it out fast. Otherwise, just fucking throw all the clay in a bag because I won't have time to go back to it and sculpt it. So it's whatever. And when I was molding it, the fucking ultra cal set up in like 10 minutes. I was like, what the fuck? So it was like half a fucking mold done. And then I whipped up another small batch. Just okay, hopefully it'll bond. Just do a fucking couple more pieces of burlap and a beauty coat. Let's fucking see if this shit'll work. Fucking another 10 minutes, the shit just set right up. Same shit happened when I did the front side. And then I came back a few hours later and fucking just popped the mold. Pieces just started breaking off and shit. Goddamn mess, Joe. The mold looks okay, but I know once I pour the first one, there's going to be like an air bubble somewhere, and all the latex just goes in and fills up the fucking giant air bubble that's just lying under the surface. So when I fucking go and pull that first copy, only copy out, all the fucking stones just gonna rip out with the fucking mask, and then I'll shove the whole thing in my penis hole and call it a life.
Hmm. Well, it's ironic that Mr. Bubblehead, which that's what I'm calling the mold you made, would get a bubble in it, right? Isn't that kind of odd? Maybe not. I don't know.
No.
All right.
And then for Corey and Johnny helping out, I said, hey, I'll take you guys out to eat. Just let me know where you want to go and I'll take you there and
They said
gratis.
Sonic.
No, but that's where we got food for our lunch break on Friday or
Oh.
whatever. So yeah, their choice for that was Sonic, Joe, so you're not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But it was the Karbach Brewery. You ever had some Karbach beer, Joe?
Yeah, I've had a few. I've had some Love Streets and some other shit that they make.
Not
One,
good.
one that has like an Astro something or something on it, maybe.
Yeah, that would be their Bach.
Yeah.
Not a fan, but it's where they want to go. Fuck it. This ain't about me, son. This is
Where's
where
their
they
brewery
wanted
at?
to go. Uh the northwest side of Houston, almost into Katy.
Okay, I don't think I've been to this one.
Yeah, why would you? It's owned by Budweiser now. So,
Right, yeah, that's what I figured, yeah.
yeah. So, I mean, all their menu items were fucking goofy. Like the burgers had fucking cake buns and shit. It was like, what are we doing here? Why would you need this shit if your food was just fucking decent? What, like, everything was just why are you adding this goofy shit to it? Just white people. That's why, Joe. They want to get those fucking white dollars from uppity white people.
I get it.
So I ended up getting a fucking Caesar salad. They cut the motherfucker like a head of lettuce. They cut the head of lettuce in half and then cut the stem off and then cut that head of lettuce in half and dump that into a bowl. So it's all just like thin strips of fucking confetti. Do you want me to twirl this like fucking noodles? What are we doing here? Why aren't we doing it leaves? Like, what is this? Why? Why does everything have to be goofy and fucked? And they didn't have like the white cream Caesar dressing. They had that goofy, oily, clear shit that nobody likes that. Don't fucking use that. Nobody likes that shit. So I ate about half of it because it was not good and because it was hard because of how the shit was cut. I would have literally had to fucking linguine the shit on my fucking fork. And after a while, I was just like, fuck this. And the croutons were pretzels. Like, I'm not going to eat the croutons anyways, but why? Why are you doing this? Why do you feel you need to stand out so much that you have to make your fucking buns out of cake and your croutons out of pretzels? Were you molested, Carbach? Is this why you're acting out? What the fuck are you doing? Needless to say, I'll never be back because as soon as I got home, I liquid shit all these fucking strings of confetti into the toilet. And I fucking took a nap, woke back up, happened again, and it was fucked. Not to mention the pollen's running wild here. We were cutting sawdust, so my throat's all fucked up. And I didn't want to go in the first place because I didn't fucking feel. I was like, I'll just call him and we're scheduled for another time. Nope, fuck it. Said we're going to do it. Let's rip this band aid off and get it done. And god damn it.
Well, it's a crazy, goofy world, Tom, and they're just trying to keep up with that. You know, people like crazy and goofy, but you know, you're a bitter old man. This shit's not made for you.
No, this world is not for me
All
for
right.
sure.
Yeah.
I am
I mean, I get it. I don't like crazy and goofy. I don't like trendy shit. You know, shit's not for me.
mm,
You know, I've become just a hey, let me just sit in the backyard and drink kind of guy.
yeah. Like I didn't even like fucking going out and being around. I hate going to restaurants just because you're out around fucking other people. Ugh. I don't care for the fucking fellowship. I was remembering, I was just like, man, I was happy like a day or two ago. And then I was remembered, it was like, oh yeah, fucker, that's because you were pounding beer because you just spent a bunch of money on this shop. So you were fucking fast drinking.
Yep.
So yeah, you big fat miserable fuck. The only time you're happy is when you're drinking. What a sad life. Like, and I always think how I'm that fucking cranky neighbor in old Ebenezer Scrooge, not knowing the fucking meaning of Christmas and shit. Like, they fucking teach you that shit in school, so you avoid that shit. I tried, but
Yeah.
that's what I am, I guess.
The
Fuck
older
it.
you get, the more, or at least me, I relate to the guy. Just leave me alone. Let me eat my mutton soup or whatever the fuck he's eating. Uh, but he had money though. I mean, I don't. You know. Mm.
I used to until I decided, yeah, I'm gonna insulate this. And it turns out I was fucking doing it wrong to begin with. Like, the people who fucking installed the shop, they were drunk. The walls aren't even. Like, there's these bracers, and in some of the spots it's wider at the top than it is at the bottom. So I had to cut these goofy ass pieces of fucking insulation board and tape it together. And here I am just ripping off like maybe foot pieces of the sticky ass foil tape and, just putting it on, ripping another piece off, trying to separate that fucking tape. And then fucking Corey comes over. Oh no, you just do it like this. Tapes the whole thing in like 10 seconds. It was just like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm just glad the fucking beams up top are sturdy. That is definitely gonna come in handy.
That's gonna be a plus at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at least there's that.
Yeah.
And I think the mask that I molded is going to be my last one for a minute. I'm going to start doing some fucking busts and props and shit because what the fuck? Got to do something. And if that doesn't sell, I'm going to talk to old Kyle and find out how you make money whacking off on the internet.
Well, he's rolling in dough. So if anybody knows, it's him.
I mean, I'm sure some Asian country would pay my family some money if I shot myself on a live stream.
Oh yeah.
They go for that kind of shit.
Definitely.
So we'll see. Someone will get some fucking money. Not me, though. I don't even want money. I just want to not be goddamn miserable.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, Joe. Nobody wants me to be not miserable more than I do.
Yeah. I mean, I just don't want to work anymore, like at all. Like we've had this discussion for the past year and a half now. Yeah, I've lost a lot of passion for what I do, but we'll see. We'll see what tomorrow brings because I don't fucking know past that.
Joe, whatever tomorrow brings, I'll be there with open arms and opened eyes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Hey, Joe, you watch any movies?
I watched a movie, Tom, called The Demon's Baby, and
Oh, yeah? What's this about?
it came from Hong Kong set from that I got from Arrow. Uh, I thought this set was going to be
You
all.
got from Arrow.
Isn't it from Arrow?
No.
You sure? Vinegar Syndrome. Yeah. So this is from Vinegar Syndrome, and I thought this set was going to be all Category 3 movies. And maybe this one falls into that, but it's nothing like Erotic Nightmare that I covered last week. This one is just kind of like a straight monster movie, maybe. I don't know. It's about this general that he excavates a tomb and then finds all these 5 caskets, and they tell the story like, oh, there's demons in these caskets, but well, they tell us the story. The general doesn't know it. They're telling us, the viewer, Tom, that as long as this Buddha statue is next to these caskets, then the demons are trapped in there. So of course he brings the shit back to the house. We're introduced to his wives. He's got
Plural?
huh?
Plural?
Plural, yeah. He's Chinese. They could do that. Um,
Oh, but he must live in Utah.
Yeah, yeah, Utah, China. Um, and we're introduced to them and the hierarchy. You got the mama san number one through four. He just married another young girl, and he's trying to hit on this house servant. But the cook, Tom, the cook, he's in love with this house servant. They kind of want to get together. She kind of likes him too, so they're sweet on each other, Tom. But it turns out the general's right hand man is sleeping with one of the wives, and they're busted by somebody. So he kills her. I don't know. Eventually, somebody steals that Buddha statue, and then the movie finally starts about 45 minutes into it. Uh, the Buddha statue is gone, so the demons go infect each one of them, affect one of the wives, and then that girl that they were sweet on, the other guy is sweet on, and these demon babies, they're still in the womb, but what the womb does is opens up and turns into like a big mouth, and it shoots out like, I don't know, tendrils or something, and pulls people into them, and they chew them, eat them up, and whatever. And then you see the little baby hands, and there's a local exorcist that knows how to deal with it, and he fights them and whatever. And it's just not good. It's not a good movie. Like I said, I was hoping for some crazy, bizarre Category 3 shit. This movie's not it. I'm gonna forget all about this movie pretty soon, which is unfortunate because, like I said, I liked that Erotic Nightmare. That was a really good movie, and this one, mm-mm. So I'm hoping that the third movie on the set is good enough for me to keep the set, because I can't see myself keeping it for just the one movie, Tom. I can't do that. But so yeah, this one is a 1 for 2 so far on the set, with one more to go. I'm not watching the special features or anything, so whatever on all that score. Demons, baby. Fuck it.
Did it come in a box?
The baby?
Well, somebody came in a box to get the baby, Joe.
Uh-huh.
But did the movies?
They came in a, I don't know, a slipcase thing. I'll show it off next week, Tom.
Well, I mean, then you can just sell the discs, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and just sell the disc, keep the one you like.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, fuck
Mm.
it.
Yeah.
Hmm. Sorry, while you were talking about that, I was hoping that we ended Asian hate, but I couldn't find who won Best Picture. I'm not sure if the Oscars are going on, but
I
it
think
seemed,
Lee Curtis won Best Picture.
yes, your boy Jimmy Lee Jerklin
Billy Jerk.
did win Best Actor. And so once everything everywhere all at once wins fucking Best Picture, please stop playing those stupid fucking Asian hate commercials. That's not doing anything but making people say, Asian hate, what? Should I hate Asians?
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? So
What?
enough of that.
What? They did what to Pearl Harbor?
I can't believe it. Oh, Joe, old Sven Gulli played the first Dr. Moreau movie this past Saturday. What is it? Island of Lost Children? No.
Island of Lost Souls.
Island of Lost Souls. It was all right. It was a lot darker than I thought it would be for a movie made in the 30s,
Mm-hmm.
but it's nothing new. They
Well,
make this movie every 20 years or
in the
so, and it's
30s,
the same shit.
in the 30s, it was you, Tom.
Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, there's probably better versions of this one. The guy who played Dr. Moreau came off very weird, and he was a big fat guy with a little Hitler mustache. Only though he was so fat, his mustache was a little wider than a Hitler mustache. And for no reason, he just kind of stopped and laid on a fucking slab like a dandy, like he was trying to seduce the fucking guy he was talking to. Just weird choices were made in this fucking movie. But it's all right. Like I've seen a better version. I like the Val Kilmer one, even though I know that one sucks, but at least it's more modernized and looks better and shit. I couldn't say, hey, you got to go out and see this one. Maybe if you're flipping through the channels and it's on or you come across it or something, but there's more watchable versions out there. One's in color.
I dig this movie. I have the Criterion, Tom. I'm surprised you don't have it, but yes, I have the Criterion version, Blu-ray, and shit. Yeah, I think it's a good movie. Is it the best version? I like it better than the Val Kilmer one. I like it better than the Michael York one that came out in the 70s or early 80s, 70s, I think. Um, yeah, actually, I think it's the best version.
So does Criteria.
Yeah.
Like it's all right. I'm not saying it sucks or it's the greatest thing ever,
Hmm.
but it's all right. It's just kind of fucking cheesy. But I mean, that's, the time it was made and everything. But
But you have a thing for cat chicks, and that's why you like the Val Kilmer one, right?
no, don't they all have like a fucking cat lady in them?
I don't know. It's been a
This
while
one
since I seen
does.
this.
Yeah, I mean, this one definitely does. I think they call her the Panther Lady.
Yeah, and I've never read The Island of Dr. Moreau. I've never read the H.G. Wells novel, so I don't have that to compare it to. But yeah, I'd say this movie's yeah. If you're gonna watch any one of them, watch this one.
Yeah, I can't say no to that. Because, I mean, a lot of people say the fucking Val Kilmer one sucks.
Yeah, I
With
saw
that
the
little
movie.
thimble
It
midgets in it, so.
didn't make my list, but I did see that one in the theater, and that wasn't good.
Who would have thought they would have cast Ron Perlman as a fucking beast creature?
Or that one midget that's like this big.
Yeah,
What?
that's what I said. The little thimble-sized fuck.
Okay, yeah, okay, I didn't get that. Missed
Yeah,
it. Just
that's all
yeah.
right. Doesn't matter.
Hmm.
What'd you watch?
I watched To the Limit. Uh,
Mm, I tried to.
this is
I got.
I don't remember the guy's first name. The guy that directed it, his last name is Martino, and this stars Joey Travolta and Anna Nicole Smith. But you got a few other people in there that are somewhat recognizable or whatever, like Branscombe Richard. You know who he is, Tom? He's a Indian guy that plays the blues on occasion, but he was also a sidekick to Lorenzo Lamas in Renegade, uh,
Was that a show or a movie
a show.
on USA?
I think so. I think so. So in this one, Joey Travolta and Anna Nicole, they're ex CIA agents.
Well,
And
can I stop you really
go
quick?
ahead, Tom. Stop
Because
me.
that's a lot farther than I got in the movie. So I saw a couple close-ups of like Arab guys talking, and then I seen Anna Nicole Smith whacking off in a bathtub,
Hmm.
and I was just like, yeah, I've seen Skyscraper. I don't know if I need. I'm sure it's the same thing.
It
I'm
is.
just gonna, yeah.
She's
So
getting ready
that's
to go to a wedding, Tom. That's why she's got to do a
that's
little.
why she has to fucking whack off in a hot tub.
She's got to do a little, yeah, hot tub masturbation, which I'll stay away from hot tubs. But
Mm.
yeah, so she's an ex CIA agent. She's getting ready to go to the wedding. Joey
She's a
Travolta
hot tub enthusiast.
is uh is getting married, but some assassins show up at the wedding, and they shoot Joey Travolta's betrothed. Or no, I guess they did get married. So yeah, shoot his new bride and a bunch of other the guests there. They shoot him too, but he survives. Meanwhile, Anna Nicole Smith is about to get in the car with her boyfriend or whatever the fuck he is. And she's, oh, I forgot the gift. Let me go back in and get it. The guy starts the car. Boom. the car explodes. Now you got all of Joey Travolta's buddies. They're all the typical Italian, the stereotypes. Like you know how y'all do it, how y'all make out with each other when you see each other. Hey, hey, you know, weird shit. But hey, that's not my culture. So y'all do you. Uh, and like everybody's cheating on their wives and everything. It's really like you know strange movie. And they one of them owns a casino because he's Italian. Oh,
He's a Cherokee.
yeah. So they're continuing. They keep on flashing to this guy that's in a room, like probably somebody's garage because it's kind of poorly lit to where you can't tell it's a garage. He's talking to people on a monitor, and he's the one that's being hired to kill Joey Travolta and Anna Nicole Smith because they have some information that they're about to release about some corrupt CIA officials or something like that. I'm not sure, but it's just a series of failed, botched assassinations, and that's all your action throughout the movie. Anna Nicole takes another shower later on because she's feeling kind of dirty, and then yeah, she has a sex scene with Joey Travolta. um, I read up on this movie, and what's his name? The guy, Maniac Cop guy, pants falling down at a convention guy. What's yeah.
Robert Zadar.
Robert Starr was supposed to play the Joey Travolta part, but Joey Travolta was one of the producers and writers, and he said he had such chemistry with Anna Nicole that he decided to play the part. And I know it was just so he could roll around in bed with her just for like that little brief scene or whatever. But yeah, pretty lecherous behavior, Mr. Travolta. Pretty lecherous. Um, it's a good movie. I dig.
Robert Zadar was probably so sad.
He probably didn't know what the fuck was going on. Hey, you got this job, Robert. No, you don't. And he just stood there the whole time, just staring off into space. But okay, I'll take that. But it's not a good movie, but I enjoy it because it's very stupid. It it's one of these movies where they throw somebody off a building and you can plainly see it's a mannequin because it's just kind of flat the way it's falling and shit. Pretty dumb. And Anna Nicole Smith makes Joey Travolta look like a decent actor because she's so bad. But I would definitely recommend this movie if you like watching garbage like I do. This fits that bill.
They call her the Yellow Rose of Texas,
I do.
Well, Joe, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a Mexican or a Mexicant?
Well, lately it seems like I fall more into the can't category.
It's all right. I won't judge you for it. You ever see Once Upon... Hey, Joe, are you a Mexican or a Mexican?
Well, lately, I think I fall into the can't category.
All right, well, listen here, Mexicant. Have you ever seen Once Upon a Time in Mexico?
I have.
What did you think of it? Accurate?
I didn't care for it.
Yeah, I liked it. I still like it. Upon rewatching it, don't like it as much. Let's talk about what it's about first, Joe. So this is the third movie in the mariachi trilogy, starring fucking Spaniard Antonio Banderas is the fucking Mexican superhero El Mariachi, and it's weird. Wanted to make this big Mexican movie, and the guy's not Mexican. But that's okay. Willem Dafoe's in brown face in it, so everything's gonna be all right. uh so Johnny Depp, who sucks, man, after watching this again, I'm just like, I fucking don't like this guy. How did this guy get so big? And then I'm thinking of like what else he's in. Sleepy Hollow fucking sucks. Don't give a shit about Nightmare on Elm Street. Don't give a shit about Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Edward Scissorhands fucking sucks. Pirates, who gives a shit? So yeah, uh fucking lame. Old Cheech was in it, so that was nice. But the movie, fucking old fucking Eddie Peeny Fingers, he hires mariachi to fucking save the president or kill the president. I don't know. I just watched a motherfucker and it's kind of convoluted, Joe. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't really give a shit to talk about it either. It's all right. If you want to see a fucking Robert Rodriguez movie that you might not have seen, the gunshots are cool because they have it where it like sparks and shit, where it like looks really fantastical, where it just looks like a fucking sparkler for a second at
Mm.
the end of the gun, and then people are getting pulled back on ropes like when they get shot, so it looks like the impact is. Whew. It's I mean, it's cool. It's just not as cool as I thought. Johnny Depp was really fucking annoying me the whole goddamn time. Him and his fucking, I always get this pork dish wherever I go. This one is so good. I'm gonna shoot the chef in the head to It's like, shut up. Danny Trejo was cool in it. Mickey Rourke was cool in it. If you want to see what he looked like before he pulled his fucking head back like fucking Edgar and Men in Black, check this one out. Uh it's worth a watch. I don't know if it fucking holds up on repeat viewings because it has a lot of twists and turns and shit in it. And once you know that, it's kind of one of those movies where she's, like, I already fucking know. But goddamn, was Johnny Depp a fucking annoyance in this movie? They should have cast somebody else. Like you. Probably would have been better. You wouldn't go around shitting on ladies' beds and taking them to court for that shit.
Mm-mm.
You're respectable, unlike this fucking guy. So, if you want to see a Mexican superhero who's not really Mexican and laugh at old fucking Green Goblin and fucking black, not brown face with a shitty little mud. Like, oh, all right, this fucking this brown paint isn't kicking it. Oh, can you give him one of those shitty little mustaches? Perfect. And he looks just like a Mexican, Joe. It's
They were
unbelievable.
trying to do a whole
Al Jolson thing.
Charlton Heston in Touch of Evil, where he played a Mexican, and he had the little mustache, and he was a bit brown faced too.
I don't know. I'm to be honest with you, Joe. Before I took a nap and when I woke up from the nap, I was just like, man, I should call Joe and just say, hey, man, let's just do this shit tomorrow. I don't want to.
I don't want to do
Might not be it tomorrow, though, Joe.
true. That's true.
This is the last episode, after all.
The final cut, as they say. I don't know who says that. I don't know. I'm a bit tired. The time change has got me kind of freaked out. I still got some shit to do after we're done with this. But yeah. Anyway, the thing that made me even more tired, Tom, is finishing up the next movie we're going to talk about. Unless you saw something else. Did you see something else?
Let me see. Hey, Joe. Do you like filming yourself masturbating and then watching it? If you do, welcome to the Grindhouse.
Oh, goddamn. So I started this movie, earlier in the week, I think Thursday or so. This is, what's this one called? Death Proof. Death Proof. This is Quentin Tarantino's installment of the Grindhouse movie experience. But We're watching these individually on their individual releases. And how long is this fucking cut of this movie?
An hour and 54 minutes.
Yeah, so it's long. It's long. It's a Quentin Tarantino movie because it's long. Um, so I watched half of it Thursday, and then I just tapped out. I said, "Man, fuck this. This is rough. This is really rough." Watched the second half of it today, and I almost didn't finish it. I came close to just turning the shit off, Tom. It was just fucking annoying. It was boring, and and hey, tell them what this movie's all about, Tom.
Fuck, I was gonna have you tell him. So in this one, Kurt Russell is a man who can't get an erection until one day he's in a fatal car accident where he kills a pregnant mother, hits her head on. And it's at that time he not only gets an erection, but he ejaculates for the first time in 23 years. And now he knows in order to get his nut off, he has to go around and murder broads with his vehicle, Joe. So the first group of ladies we see
See,
are a
we don't know
bunch.
all this though. We don't know
Excuse
all this.
me?
We don't know all this until like the middle of the movie, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we're just introduced to this annoying bunch of ladies. So go ahead. Go ahead.
I
Start.
was gonna say a gaggle of cunts myself. But yeah, we get Jungle Julia, highly offensive name. I guess he didn't learn his lesson from all the N bombs he was dropping in Pulp Fiction. He thought this would be cute. How dare you, sir? How dare you? So we follow Julia, her friend, maybe personal assistant. I'm really not sure. She has a fucking shitty accent. And then we have a fucking weird looking maybe WAP broad who is putting on a terrible accent, or if that's the fucking way she really talks. Jesus Christ. Uh Strange looking lady. Sorry. She was striking, but not in the way you'd be like, oh, it's when you're like, what? Odd looking lady. But yeah, they're just who gives a fuck? It's just fucking Quentin Tarantino writing dialogue that fucking ladies are saying, and it just comes off really fucking weird. Like I don't hang around broads and listen to fucking how they talk and all that shit, but I'm sure it's not this.
It's not like
This
this at all. No.
yeah, this was just talking. Fuck off. And
So
then
this
he
takes place in Austin. Let me interject with that. So like he cruises around Austin for like 10 minutes of the first part of the movie. And then
who is he?
well, I'm saying it's he cuz all those girl characters, they're all Quentin Tarantino. By the way they're talking, they are him. This is him just fucking rattling on and on and on. This is like if you were to have a conversation with him, this is probably what it would sound like, except for he's got a much more annoying voice.
Did this fucking big four-headed fuck just call me butterfly?
um, so yeah, so they go to a bar, right? And they're hanging out at a bar. They're gonna get drunk before they go on vacation to somebody's lake house or something.
I mean, they're going on a gaycation since the rule was fucking no boys allowed, which was fucking weird. This fucking the lady, the personal assistant whose father's cabin it is, she is clearly in her late 20s, early 30s. And her dad said, don't bring no boys up there now. You know it's gonna happen, sir. If you fucking let your fucking way of age daughter use the lake house, there's going to be sperm all over it. But no, they stick to that rule and have themselves a good old gaycation, which we don't see, which probably would have been the best part of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't make it there because they meet Kurt Russell, who's hanging out in the bar, and he's
And
talking.
originally, it was supposed to be Mickey Rourke, I guess.
And then it was supposed to be somebody else, I guess. And then somebody else, I guess. There was like 8 people they chose before Kurt Russell for this role.
Danny DeVito.
Think so. That would have been great. So yeah, he's there talking to what's her name from the last movie, Rose McGowan.
Which was fucking okay. Let's talk about this shit. Like, I thought that they were doing the thing. It's like, oh yeah, all these old movies, like every other movie, had the same actor and actresses, and because they're working actors and actresses, they're in different movies. But she's not playing the character she did in Planet Terror, which is how it's supposed to be done. But later on, fucking Michael Parks and his daughter, they're playing the same characters from Planet Terror. So it's like, what the fuck is going on? What kind of goddamn sense does this make at all of anything?
Yeah,
Fucking
Michael
dumb.
Parks, who I usually like, is very, very annoying in this as well. This whole thing to where it's trying to be like Charlie Chan and the number one son. That's fucking stupid. It's just this movie just trying so hard to reference other shit and say, "Hey, look how much movie nostalgia bullshit I know." Yeah. But anyway, Kurt Russell's eating nachos and what's her name? Rose McGowan needs a ride home, so he's offering her a ride home. And that's the movie. That's all it's
That's
about.
the whole movie.
That's it.
He says, thanks for the ride, lady, and turns
Yeah.
into a Muppet.
Uh, no, we see that he has a stunt car, and it just has like a little stool that you set up in there. And why she gets into this car with no fucking seat belt or seat in it is fucking beyond me. But it's a stupid movie anyway. So she gets in there, and he starts speeding and making big turns, where she's just getting thrown side to side, rattling away, hitting on the fucking metal bars that are in there, and that's how he kills her. All right.
Then he comes in his pants.
Yeah, and then we go back to the other girls that are driving. They're headed out on their vacation again, and he like gets on the other side of the road, starts hauling ass towards them with the lights off, turns the lights on, and then crashes into him. And we see that crash from 8 different angles, and that looks okay. That's probably the highlight of this movie. But you've just been through 50 minutes of dialogue and bullshit that you don't care about, and you're ready for everyone to die in this movie.
Including ourselves.
Yeah. So then it's what, 14 months later, and we
And it
focus
feels like it.
we focus on a new group of slags, and these are movie chicks, right? One's a stunt, 2 of them are stunt people, one's an actress, and I don't know what Rosario Dawson does. I don't know what her role in this is. But you know what they do, Tom? They talk. They
I
talk.
don't believe it.
They talk a lot, and they're gonna go look at a car because this girl wants to drive a car. She doesn't really want to drive it. She just wants to ride on the hood of it. Um, Kurt Russell targets them and starts fucking with them, but no, girl power. They fuck back. No, sir, we're gonna fuck you. And so they wreck him up, and then they, I don't know, beat him up on the side of the road, and that it's just all shitty. It's a horseshit movie. Uh, like I said, I hardly made it through this thing, man. I never want to watch this movie ever again.
Yeah, it was rough. Like it's technically well made. It's not it's not fucked. It is what it is. It's technically well made. But everything else is just so god damn. Why are we watching this guy whack off?
Yeah,
Can
and
we just get on with it
it,
already?
it's from that masturbatory talk about cinema, and then let's linger on the woman's foot for like 2 or 3 minutes. It's just like I put on my review. It's like it's stuff that he wants to go and masturbate to later, uh, and it's not entertaining. It's boring. Like you said, I don't know any women that talk like this, and if they did, I wouldn't want to talk to them. Just like if there was men that talked like this, I don't want to talk to them. It's just like I'll excuse myself for some reason, then never come the fuck back.
Yeah, this was, man. And it's got me thinking, like, after watching this, I was just like, man, are all of his movies bullshit?
Yeah, let's see. I thought the same thing too, because I know, like at this point, like he was like the king, right? Like he could pretty much do whatever the fuck he wanted, and he did obviously with this. But like I read some stuff, and it has more favorable reviews than negative reviews. Like I mean, and from credible critics. It's like, what movie did they watch, or what are they basing this on? Because it's not good, and it's not. It's boring. It's just super, super boring, man.
But it's one of those, oh, it's technically well made,
Yeah, I
which
don't
I can,
know about that.
okay, but it's not entertaining at all. It's a goddamn slog, fucking treading mud uphill. And what's at the end of the hill? Oh, a kick in the head.
Mm-hmm.
The end. Okay. Uh, it was easier for me watching it this time just because I just didn't sit through a better movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was I'll never
No.
I'll never shop here again. Yeah, I don't know. Like, yeah, fucking Once Upon a Time in Mexico or Hollywood, didn't care for that.
I didn't even watch.
J
I had no
yeah,
interest,
don't.
really.
Django was okay, but I'll never watch that again.
Hmm.
Hateful Eight was okay, but I'll never watch that again.
Inglorious Bastards.
Nope, I didn't even finish that one.
So, what did he do after this movie? After Death Proof? Like, where did he fall in his filmography?
Kill Bill was before this, right?
That's what I was trying to figure out because I liked Kill Bill. So I don't know if both of those came out and then this or whatever. So was Kill Bill the last thing that he did that I liked? And then from here it just went to where, like you said, some of those they're passable movies, but I got real, no desire to see them again. Inglorious Bastards. Give a shit.
Yeah, fucking man, they were really trying to make Eli Roth something, huh?
Were.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, and we got those damn twins again that make an appearance here. It's like, and another person that he was really trying to push is this Zoe Bell stunt person. He's trying, yeah, let's give her a big role here. Let's get her in the limelight. And I think she did some conventions and shit. But who gives a fuck?
She hung off that car, Joe.
Yeah, she did. She did hang off that car. And that her claim to fame will always be, oh, she was Uma Thurman's stunt person. Cool.
Yep. She
Yeah.
hung off that car. You didn't, but she did.
I don't have a Challenger, or I would hang on
Yeah.
Charger, I think.
I don't know. Maybe he was just one of those directors that it was big in that time, and then that was it. Because I think Pulp Fiction's all right. Maybe I don't want to go back and watch it now.
I think the guy that once, because he still makes box office, right? And people still want to
I
be,
mean, the last movie was years ago.
and people still want to be in his movies, right? Because people are going to watch them, they're going to get a good payday or whatever. But I'm pretty sure, man, once his career is said and done and he's not making money for the studio anymore, there's going to be all kinds of salacious shit that pops up. It's like, oh, yeah, he was in cahoots with the Weinsteins the whole
He
time.
backed Harvey Weinstein into a corner and said,
Yeah.
"Hey, listen, you want to make it in this business."
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, I don't know. Uh Whatever.
Yeah, this movie. No, it's not a whatever movie. It's just fuck this movie.
Agreed. At least next week's fucking awesome.
Where are we going next week?
Machete.
All right. Been a while since I watched it.
I watched it last year, Joe. It's fucking awesome. Got a little choked up when everybody came together to fight the white man.
Well, that's what everybody should do. But anyway, Tom. Speaking of
Ready to.
together to fight a spider, big
Mm.
robot spider. This is 150th issue of Amazing Spider-Man. We've read 150 issues. Maybe
Nope.
three have been
We've
decent.
we've read over
Yeah,
150 issues.
we've read some annuals. We've read some giant size. So yeah, so they didn't even have like the regular team. Like Jerry Conway didn't write this one.
It's a new era, Joe. It's a
It
new era.
is going to be a new era, but this
Who
one, I think Roger Stern wrote it, and they brought in Gil Kane, and it definitely feels like a fill-in issue.
the
Your
Wolfman? No, Goodwin. Archie Goodwin.
Archie Goodwin, okay, yeah, your anniversary issue, 150, a milestone issue, Tom.
And this is fuck. I thought it was going to be something bigger than this bullshit.
Yeah,
It's just the
so
end of a story. They didn't even start.
Peter Parker is like, hey, am I real? Am I me? Am I a clone? Hey, the lizard, can you help me out? You know, can you run some tests and shit. Meanwhile, all of Spider-Man's old villains are popping up. The Sandmans, the Vulture, the Kingpin, and he punches them and they turn to dust, Tom. Is he hallucinating again? Is old Mysterio fucking with him? No, it's Professor Smythe, Tom, and his fucking robot spider car.
Spider Slayers.
Yeah. And he's just like knocking the Spider-Mans around. But I don't know. Spider-Man gets mad and defeats him or something. And then realizes, hey, I am me. I don't need to fuck you, the lizard, for doing all that research. I'm just tearing this shit to pieces and not even looking at it. The end.
And then Ben Riley swings off to pretend that he's Peter Parker.
Yep.
I was expecting more from a 150th issue.
Yeah, it's not even double size. It's like a regular size, which is good because if it was double size, they would have just given us a reprint on the second half of it. Because that's what old Marvel does. Old Marvel fucks you. They still do that, Tom. Still do that on those big fucking 100-page books. Very disillusioned with old Marvel now. But we are promised a new era of greatness, Tom. And Len Wein, however you say his last name, he's coming in to take over the writing chores. So maybe, please, we'll see an improvement in issue 151. Not holding my breath on that because he's not been good.
Yeah. It's good the Wolfman contributed to this issue, but it was whatever. I mean, you son of a bitch, we were just in Florida. Fuck off. Like we were there 3 issues ago. Ah, fuck. Yeah, it was a whole lot of nothing.
Yep.
It was just to say, hey, look, here's some pictures of some villains, Peace. All right,
Mm-hmm.
then. I guess the whole point of this issue was he does love Mary Jane. He made his choice. That was, I guess, the big thing in this. I
That's how.
love Mary Jane, so I am PP. Other than that, it's like, who gives a good goddamn?
All right.
Not me. Shit. At least couple more months and we'll be out of the 70s. See what the 80s brings us.
We'll see.
Yep. Final episode. Joe, you like lists?
I've been known to enjoy a list or two, Tom, and this time our list was inspired by the movie Death Proof, and this is the top 5 movies, uh, the worst movies we've seen in the theater. And we don't do honorable mentions anymore. Uh, but,
Joe said, fuck that.
no, but
Fuck these hoes.
I'm guessing that Death Proof would be on our both our honorable mentions, if not number one, maybe not number one, but it's definitely an honorable mention. I didn't put it on my list because we just talked about the shit. Uh, but at number 5, Tom, I do have a movie that I remember being very disappointed. This was supposed to be like a gangsta thug type movie, and it is called Clockers. You remember this?
Spike Lee joint.
Do you remember this? What it's about?
It's a Spike Lee joint. I've never seen it though.
Yeah, I don't remember much about it, but I remember being like, "It's fucking boring. There's no action. This ain't a gangsta movie. This, goddamn, what did I?" Yeah, I didn't like it. I was pretty upset, Tom. I was pretty disappointed. It is a very, very boring movie.
Well, if you want to revisit it, go head on over to the fine folks at Kino Lorber and check out their Blu-ray release of
Sure.
Spike Lee's Clockers. Very weird. Then you can go watch fucking White Buffalo starring Charles Bronson. Their fucking library's fucking weird.
It certainly has gotten weird in the past 5 years as they're trying to compete with some of these other boutique labels by adding schlock to their catalog. It used to be like a bunch of silent films and just
Like a
weird.
bunch of old shit that fucking people who buy Blu-rays wouldn't even fucking know about Kino
Right.
Lorber, and weird. Fucking weird. And then they're releasing Stone Cold. They're doing like a big fucking Blu-ray release for Stone Cold. I'm gonna buy it, but such a weird company. That's Vinegar Syndrome all the fucking way. Weird. Joe, my number 5 is a movie that we've actually talked about on one of our series reviews before. And this is one of the After Dark Horror Fest movies, Joe. I think I liked it a little more when we rewatched it. However, I did walk out of the theater. So fuck you and fuck those who dance on graves. Grave dancers, suck my dick, you fuck piece of shit. I don't remember. I remember the monsters looking cooler the second time around, but I walked the fuck out. So
Hey, that's what happens when you dance on a grave.
you get fucked,
Mm-hmm.
pricks.
At number 4, I have Lambada, the Forbidden Dance. This is about a young lady who is trying to save her village or save the rainforest through the power of Lambada, the Forbidden Dance. Uh, I remember very little of this movie. The girl I was seeing at the time wanted to go see that. That was her pick, and we walked out. We watched the movie midway through, so I don't know if she saved the rainforest or not through the power of Lambada, the Forbidden Dance. But I hope she did. Good on her. I looked this up, to think, it's like, am I getting the title right? And Sid Haig is in this movie, Tom.
This is some Filipino shit.
Uh, Fuck, I don't remember. I don't know.
Okay.
But, it just sounds so ridiculous. I may go back and watch it again at some point. But at that time, it's like, fuck this movie. We're out of here.
Joe, my number 4 is also an After Dark Horror Fest movie, but it is not one that we talked about. This is from the creator of Evil Ernie, Brian Paludo, or however the fuck you say it. This was called The Graves. I don't remember not a motherfucking thing about it besides Bill Moseley was in it, and I walked the fuck out.
I never even heard of that one.
Fucking don't watch it, Joe. I don't have much to say because I don't fucking remember shit. I just remember fucking going to see it. It's like, oh yeah, the guy who made Evil Ernie made a movie. That should be kind of fucking cool and weird, right? Maybe. Don't remember.
Chaos Comics.
Fuck.
At number 3, I have the Stanley Kubrick film Eyes Wide Shut. Hey, here's him gonna make a steamy kind of sexy movie.
Steamy.
But it's not. It's another boring shit with Tom Cruise walking around the city, encountering stuff that's none of it's sexy, none of it's fucking hot. Just a boring movie, and I like a lot of Stanley Kubrick stuff. But maybe I need to go back and rewatch some of his shit because the last time I watched The Shining, I thought that was really stupid. But this
Shining sucks a fucking dick, Joe.
I just said it's really stupid.
Sucks a fucking dick.
Okay. Eyes Wide Shut does not. There's no dick sucking in it or anything even remotely close. It just sucks.
I've never seen the movie. I remember at the time it was like all over the news, like, oh, this wild movie about fucking and sucking in groups and shit. So it's nothing like that.
No, and it's like, hey, have those people ever actually seen a movie about sucking and fucking in groups? It's their barometer. Like, ooh, erotic. No, it's not. It's fucking boring.
So I mean, I think that was like the same shit they said about Showgirls, but like having recently watched Showgirls in the
Showgirls,
past
great.
year or so, yeah, that one definitely did live up to all the hype and wild shit.
Yeah, that one was funny as shit even back then. That's a true exploitation movie.
Would recommend.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking dummy bitches talking about eating dog food. What the fuck
Yeah.
is this?
I'm just sad I never saw it in the theater. That would have been a watch instead.
That would have been a real sticky situation. I would hate to have to clean up at the old Cineplex Odeon. Joe, this one's a more recent one. That's probably why it's higher up on my list because I remember it for. Hey, Joe, you ever see Once Upon a... Hey, Joe, are you a Mexican or a Mexican?
Well, lately, I think I'd fall more into the Mexican category.
I believe it. Hey, Joe, you ever see Independence Day?
I saw this in the theater as well.
So did I. Did you ever see ID 42?
I did not see that
What
one.
a piece of fucking shit, Joe. The first one was like, oh, I was a child watching this big blockbuster in theaters, so it was cool. But as a fucking jaded adult a couple years ago watching the sequel, what a pig fucking piece of shit. God damn. Would not recommend. That fucking sucked. That's gonna go down as fucking like, hey, do you remember this sequel? Top 5 piece of shit sequels motherfuckers forgot about. Click here, and everyone's just disappointed.
Yeah.
Head on out to the old suicide forest.
And number 2, Tom. Now, as a dad, you know, I took my daughter to see a bunch of garbage I would never go see, you know, and it's okay as long as she was having a good time, was happy with it. I saw movies like The Country Bears, you know, which is
I was actually thinking about watching that shit this week.
it's bad, they say, but what pushed me past the limit was Madagascar, which is the dumbest fucking thing I'd ever seen. It was just insulting. Dumb it was. Like like I was pissed. It's like they're showing this shit to kids just to make them dumb. And yeah, I was really upset. You know, it's just like you know, I thought about spanking my daughter and say, "You never see a movie again." I was pretty hot at how dumb this fucking movie was, man. I get mad just thinking about this shit. And they made what 20 sequels?
8
Ugh.
teen.
Yeah, I mean, so I obviously don't know shit about what sells, obviously, because you know, look at my business model and everything. But yeah, I hated this movie.
Never seen it, Joe. I had no interest.
Good.
I asked my daughter if she wanted to see it. And you know what she called me, Joe?
A pervert? You're not.
Close. Joe, my number 2 is another recent movie, which is also why it's the number 2, because I remember it. 2019, right before the old pandemic, Joe. I walked out of this motherfucker. I just had enough of these goddamn fucking movies, and I was done. This was X-Men, Dark Phoenix. A fucking enough already. Just fucking ever since that first X-Men movie. It's just been fucking garbage, fucking bullshit, garbage, fucking bullshit. And I was done. I just walked out and I waited for fucking Lori and my mom to finish the movie, and then we left. What a piece of fucking shit.
So did you tell them, "Hey, I'm gonna just go hang out in the lobby," or did
Yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'm done. And I left.
all right?
No, I didn't hang out in the lobby. I just waited outside the door just in case they came out or something.
Yeah,
Piece of shit.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
So it sucks. Who gives a fuck? That's what it was. It was just like, who gives a fuck? Disney just bought the fucking Fox and shit. They're not going to make any more. This one was fucking, pushed back and pushed back and pushed back. Scrolls were supposed to be in it. And it was just, who gives a fuck? It all sucked. Why are we still doing this shit? It's fucking done. And I was fucking done. It sucked.
Number 1, Tom, walked out of this movie. I don't think we made it halfway. It was a girl I was dating at the time. I just kind of, some movies going on. I just look over to her and say, "Hey, you want to get the fuck out of here?" She goes, "Yes, let's go." And full theater. Everybody was enjoying Armageddon, but us. Um, I don't know if they stopped the asteroid or not, or whatever the fuck, Tom. I'm guessing they did. Maybe not. They didn't make a sequel, but goddamn, this was just such a stupid movie. You know, they're gonna get the world's best drillers, you know, to go up and stop a fucking asteroid that's coming to the Earth, and you got this bullshit conflict between Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis, and Ben Affleck's dating his daughter, and like, oh,
Ben
it's
Affleck's dating his daughter. You
probably,
heard it here, folks. Run with it.
um, yeah, it just sucks. Uh, I don't know. I guess there's a bunch of people in it now that are bigger names than they were at the time. Maybe they were big names at the time. I don't know. I didn't give a shit. It was just dumb. It was too dumb for me. I walked out. Uh, and this movie also has a Criterion release. Isn't that fucking strange?
I've never seen this one. I just know it was a big release.
Yeah, it was a huge movie. It's like, man, it's like, again, I marvel at how dumb people are and what they are entertained by. I know I like movies like To the Limit, but I know that that's garbage. I know what I'm watching and I know what I'm getting a kick out of. This, what the fuck was there to enjoy? What, I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand people, Tom.
Ah, Joe. My number one is a movie not even John Goodman can save. You like the Blues Brothers, Joe?
I do enjoy the Blues Brothers.
It's pretty good, right?
It is very good. It's fun.
Yeah, it is. It's a fun movie.
Hmm.
Some might call it feel good.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe,
Hmm.
you ever see Blues Brothers 2000?
I have not seen Blues Brothers 2000, Tom.
What a piece of shit. This is the first movie I've ever walked out on. You don't forget things like that, Joe, especially when you're a young child and you're out on your own and you get to see movies for the first time without your parents. Not all it's cracked up to be. How bad does your movie have to be that John Goodman can't fucking do anything to help it? This was, and maybe less than 10 years ago, maybe I rewatched it again, and yeah, it still is fucking bad and dog shit. They bring a little fucking kid in it.
Yeah, thing because I remember
God
the poster
damn.
kid on it, like a kid Blues Brothers something,
What a
like
bunch of
ad or something. Um, but was it Dan Aykroyd and John Goodman? So they decided to tell Jim Belushi, "Fuck you."
I guess they did, Joe. But he got the last laugh. Because now he's a marijuana farmer. Well, I'd tell you what we're doing next week, but I didn't think of shit. And I don't want to say, hey, top 5 soups, because that would fucking suck. So luckily this is the last episode and
Last episode.
we won't have to do one next week. So I lucked out there. Hey everybody, head on over to dwnproductions.net. Look at all the fine wares and place an order because soon you won't be able to. Joe.
Fastcustomshirts.com or shoot me an email and we'll go from there or whatever. We'll see. We'll see what's going on. I don't know.
Since it's the last one, Joe, why don't you hit him in the face with it?
BOYGOB.